how has his costuming and ever-altering identity changed ever since? Let's go through his evolution and find out. In the original Scream, Ghostface wears a sparkly robe with square arm tatters and pointed frills on the bottom edges. More ghoulish masks were considered before settling on the peanut-eyed Ghost mask. A second mask that's wider, has thinner eyes, a smaller nose, and smaller mouth, along with a lighter neck piece, is also worn by Ghostface, who uses a voice changer to taunt his target, Sidney. As victims gradually get picked off, Sidney ultimately faces her tormentor, who reveals himself to be her boyfriend, Billy Loomis, and his peer-pressured friend, Stu. They explain that her philandering mother broke up Billy's parents, so they took her out and planned to finish Sidney off too. But Stu gets the TV tossed on him, and Billy is taken out by multiple shots. In Scream 2, a copycat appears. He has more circular arm tatters, squared-off rips on the bottom hem, and a more pronounced neckline. His mask has a less curved right eye, a creased mouth, and more pronounced cheeks. He also wears a secondary mask featuring squinty eyes and a larger mouth, and at one point, he changes into civilian clothing in an ancient Greek-style robe. The copycat eliminates Sidney's college classmates and reveals himself to be both her crazy acquaintance Mickey and Billy Loomis's revenge-seeking mother. While Mrs. Loomis decommissions her partner, Sidney is saved by the man once suspected to have slain her mom. Although Mickey rebounds for one last scare, he is promptly taken out for good. Yet, Ghostface is back in Scream 3. This time his mask lacks the former mouth crease and has more curved eyes. Additionally, he wears a secondary mask with larger eyes and briefly hides inside of a prop body bag. He also now uses a magical voice changer that can sound like anyone he wants.
Your mother, Sidney.
He proceeds to execute the cast and crew of Stab 3 and subsequently reveals himself to be the film's director and Sidney's long-lost half-brother, Roman, who apparently also secretly planned the events of Scream 1 along with Billy and Stu. But in the end, this Ghostface is stabbed by his half-sister and finally defeated by a flurry of bullets. In Scream 4, Ghostface appears again. His main mask's eyes are slightly spaced apart. Another secondary mask is used with wider cheeks, smaller eyes, and a smaller nose. After slashing a new generation of victims, this Ghostface turns out to be Sidney's cousin Jill and her boy toy, Charlie, both intent on becoming the famous survivors of their attacks. However, Jill betrays Charlie in order to become the sole victim, but she's later defibrillated and then shot down. In the MTV series, Ghostface dons a rain poncho and a mask that's more human-shaped with uneven eyes, discoloration, and golden straps on the edges. He's also now referred to as the Lakewood Slasher. He terrorizes final girl Emma and her friends, and eventually confesses to being her secret half-sister, Piper, who is shot and falls in a lake. Emma's boyfriend, and Piper's secret lover, becomes the new Lakewood Slasher in Season 2, but he gets caught and put in jail before being silenced by a third Lakewood Slasher, never to be revealed. Because in Season 3, the original Ghostface returns. This time the robe is unsparkled, has a floppier hood, loose sleeves, and no open neckline, while his mask is shinier and features a more prevalent jawline. He harasses football-loving Dion before revealing himself to be his half-brother Jamal, who holds a grudge at Dion for stealing their departed brother's identity. But Jamal is soon betrayed by a second Ghostface, their goth friend Beth, who apparently just likes horror movies, and that makes her evil. However, she's pushed through a glass roof and miraculously survives before finally being shot down. Outside of the original Scream series, a Ghostface parody also appears as the emotive villain in Scary Movie, causing confusion among casual movie fans who still mistake the two franchises for one another. Another parody, Shriek If You Know What I Did Last Friday the 13th, features a Jason Voorhees-like villain that accidentally melts his hockey mask into a lumpy Ghostface appearance. And in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, a wide-cheeked Ghostface appears, but turns out to be an orangutan on the set of the then make-believe Scream 4. Oh, and just for fun, you can also play as Ghostface, sporting a more tactical-looking coat with floating straps, in Dead by Daylight. He comes in a variety of different color variations, including a devil version. But as far as we're concerned, nothing beats a classic. Thanks for watching, liking, and commenting, and thank